And how's everyone feeling? Fine. Give Brother Tyrone each, Brother Damon, and Sister Casey a round of applause. And brothers and sisters, I know if you tuned in yesterday, you know that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is steadily, he is unveiling and revealing and exposing Satan. Yes. And you know, Minister Farrakhan said that the lie and the liar must be exposed. Right. But on yesterday, as the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan began going deeper, I mean, what better way to expose Satan than to expose him at the root? Right. I'm not talking about expose Satan where he was made. I'm talking about as the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan goes all the way into the mind of God. Right. See, where God's purpose for a thing. Yes, come on, man. See, that's where you go into the root exposing a thing, when you go into the mind and purpose of God for creating the thing in the first place. That's right. So that's where the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is going, and we're thankful to Allah that he is making Satan known today. So none of us have any excuses to be tricked by Satan. That's right. If we're tricked by Satan today, we just want to be tricked. Right. If we're being used by Satan today, we just want to be used. And so we're thankful to Allah as the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan was teaching on yesterday, and he was teaching on how the moon was, you know, how the moon was, or how Yaqub and how Satan was actually formed, and how the moon was made, and how that contributed to the making of Satan. And as he was doing that, we were tweeting some of the articles that have come out in online, like Mail Online, where white people are saying now that 4.5 billion years ago there was a great explosion at the core of the earth, approximately the strength of 40 billion atomic bombs that caused the moon to come into creation. We know they got the date wrong because they might be using carbon dating, but we already know that there was an explosion that made the moon because we don't use carbon dating. We use Lord of the Worlds. God came in person dating and taught the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, so we know it was 66 trillion years ago. All praise is due to Allah. But that's something to have the Caucasian and his scientists bearing witness to the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad today. Doesn't it just make you feel good to know that you're with the right man? And that everybody now is going to bear witness. We were sending out on Facebook and Twitter maybe a month ago that the Caucasian has traced all of the Europeans' DNA back to 4500 BC, and they said that it has no connection with any of the DNA of any of the migrations from the Mesopotamia area. That means that about 4,500 years ago, they're saying that a new strain of DNA was actually made and exists in Europe today. They bearing witness that the Honorable Muhammad say we made the white man 6,000 years ago. Ain't it wonderful to have them bearing witness to what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said? Well, brothers and sisters, I am so thankful and grateful to Allah that today here in Dallas we have a brother with us. He is a scholar. Yes, sir. Oh yes, he is a scholar. We've been with him the last few days, and I mean, he just had your mind working, right? Helps us all to see things a lot better. And it's a wonderful thing to have a man who is a scholar. He is a history of religion, who speaks Arabic, who speaks German and reads it. Not just speaks it, reads it, right? And French, right? And Hebrew. He is our brother. I am glad to have him on our side. And as a historian, he's able to go into religion, read the writings, and then bear witness, and not just bear witness, but prove. It's one thing for us to believe.
That's right.
Did you hear what I said? That's right. But when a man goes and does the research and he helps you to come to know that what you have is 100% the truth, yes, sir, then that's a very valuable man. We're thankful to Allah to have with us today as we bring him on, our brother, our friend, Dr. Wesley Muhammad. Please receive him with a round of applause.
God of justice. I bear witness that there is no God but Allah. And I bear witness that the most honorable Elijah Muhammad is his living and exalted Christ. Living not because he died in 1975 and was brought back to life. We in the Nation of Islam don't believe like that. If the Honorable Elijah Muhammad died in 1975, he would be dead today.
Yes, sir.
I bear witness that he is the living and exalted Christ because I bear witness that he escaped a death plot that targeted him in 1975.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
By Christ, we mean the crusher.
Yes, sir.
For God comes into the world to crush the wicked. But God allots and delegates that power and that task, the execution of the crushing of the wicked, to his man. And that man is the most honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Yes, sir.
I further bear witness that the Honorable Brother Minister Farrakhan is their divine reminder in our midst, the messenger of God.
Right.
Why do I believe he is the messenger of God in 2013? Because I do not believe that God himself would travel 9,000 miles to save a people. And then in 1975, stop intervening in our affairs when the job of saving our people was not yet done. The task of saving our people was not completed in 1975. Yet, whatever the circumstances, he took his man from us in 1975, and surely a just God will leave another man in his stead to continue the work of raising the dead nation. I believe that I bear witness that the Honorable Brother Minister Louis Farrakhan is the proof that Allah did not stop intervening in our affairs in 1975. In their names, I greet you, family. Assalamu alaikum. Ramadan Mubarak. I pray that all of us who are participating are having a joyous, though admittedly difficult, and here in Dallas, probably a little more difficult than in other parts of the country. Fasting in 105 degrees is a tad bit more difficult than fasting in 86 degrees in Chicago. I pray that everyone is having a successful Ramadan thus far. I am so happy to be in Dallas, Texas. I have had a wonderful time since I have been here. I've been here since Thursday, and your brother and my brother, the Honorable Brother Minister Farrakhan's representative here, Student Minister Brother Jeffrey Muhammad. He has worked me like a workhorse since I've been here. But it's wonderful.
Yes, sir.
I'm thankful to him. I'm thankful to Student Captain Brother Danny. The soldiers have treated me so well. Sister Captain, we have broken fast each night since I've been here, and it has been delicious. It has been wonderful. I'm thankful to Allah for the love and hospitality Mosque number 48 has shown your brother. If you are wise, if we are wise, we have been following these last 27 weeks.
Come on now. Come on. Come on.
The Honorable Brother Minister Louis Farrakhan
27
illuminate for us the time and what must be done. If any of us were in any doubt of the time and what must be done, last night
Come on.
you got a glaring wake-up call.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
The Zimmerman jury has spoken
Come on.
loud and clearly,
Loud.
Yes.
and America has spoken
Come on. That's right.
loud
And clear.
and clearly,
Come on.
and have said that, black man, your life, black woman,
Come on.
the life of your son
Come on, brother. Come on.
is not as valuable as the life
That's right.
of caged dogs.
Go ahead.
Right.
Go ahead.
Yes.
See, a black man spent 2.5 years in jail, not for actually killing the dogs himself,
Go ahead, Dr. Wesley.
but for helping to set the stage for the killing
Go ahead,
of
Dr.
dogs.
Right.
And to this day, white folks hate him, has served his time for contributing to the death of dogs, and white folks still have a visceral hate for Michael Vick.
Go ahead, brother.
But a white man that speaks Spanish can kill a black boy and raise hundreds of thousands of dollars by white folks.
Right. Supporting. Right.
And 6 white women, or maybe 5 white
Right.
women,
Right.
have declared that it was just for that white man to kill your son,
Come on, Dr. Wesley.
despite the fact that he aggressed him.
Come on.
Zimmerman had wounds, but the fact that that did not impress the jury suggests that if you are aggressed in this country, you don't have the right to fight back.
Go ahead, Dr. Wesley. Come on, teach.
All right.
Talk to us.
The Zimmerman verdict is a teachable moment.
Right. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is.
And I'm a parent,
That's what it is.
and to the dismay of my children, I never miss an opportunity for a teachable moment.
Yes.
The state attorney, Angela Corey,
Oh, please.
if I didn't know who I was watching, I would think I was watching the defense during the victory lap.
Right. Joy.
She was so gleeful and joyous to the press.
Right.
And the constant refrain from both the defense and the prosecution is that this system works.
That's what you kept saying. That's right. Yeah.
But the system never worked for you and I.
That you know.
But you expected that it would.
Teach on it. Teach on that.
Come on, wake us up, man.
Teach on that.
Has the system ever worked?
Come on.
See, when they say the system works, it does. It works for white people. And it has worked for white people yesterday. We thought we got justice in LA with O.J. Simpson.
Right, we thought. Come on, come on.
You thought that was an indication that there is hope in this system for justice
Go ahead, Dr.
for the sons and daughters of former slaves. And some of us thought that 5 or 6 white women would be as inclined to justice for us as 8 Los Angeles sisters were inclined for justice for us. Because you thought white women felt differently about you than white men. You thought because white women voted for Barack Obama with you, that white women are more inclined to justice for you than the white man. See, when the scripture speaks of the son of perdition, you hope that perdition didn't have a daughter.
Come on, man.
When the scripture speaks of the revelation of the man of sin, you thought that meant there was no woman of sin. The time and what must be done. The Honorable Brother Minister Louis Farrakhan has been exposing Satan.
Yes,
Yes.
very well.
Yes.
Very well.
But many of us are still not convinced.
Oh, say it.
That's right, sir.
Say it.
The Zimmerman verdict is a teachable moment
Go ahead.
for you and I, for it illuminates the time and what must be done.
Yes, sir.
The message that was sent yesterday was the same message that was sent when Marissa Alexander, a black woman, involved in a relationship of domestic violence. And to get the batterer to stand down, she shot a warning shot.
Come on.
She didn't hit anybody,
Right. Teach, man.
didn't kill anybody, but she got 20 years
Ain't that
in
something?
prison.
Ain't that something?
Go ahead.
You see, what they are telling us, that the only ones in this country that can stand their ground are white people.
That's right.
Black woman, you can't even stand your ground against an aggressor or an abuser.
All right.
The message that was sent out is black life has no value
That's right. Come on, man.
still in this country.
That's right.
Come on,
That's
Black
right.
Ball.
That's right.
But not only Trayvon Martin,
Teach, brother.
and my condolences to Sister Sabrina Fulton and Brother Tracy Martin for the second injustice
Right. Right.
that they must live through.
That's right. That's right.
But when they executed Troy Davis
Right.
in
Right.
Georgia,
Right. right.
A black man with sufficient evidence of his innocence of the crime with which he was charged in jail and sentenced to death. They refused to commute his sentence, and they murdered him,
Yes, sir.
sending the message that guilt or innocence, you can be killed with impunity
Right, that's right.
in this
Yes,
country.
sir.
And so Zimmerman is getting his gun back.
Think
The
about
gun with which he murdered our brother.
Think about that.
That's right.
He is getting that gun back with a boost of confidence.
Yes, sir. You said it.
And white people across this nation were given a boost of
Yes,
confidence
it was. Yes, it
That's
was.
right.
that you can kill black boys with impunity.
Go ahead, Dr.
That
Wesley.
you can aggress, and if they have the gall to fight back, you can kill them.
That's right.
Well,
That's right.
the time and what must be done. We have some culpability in this.
Right. Come on.
We are complicit
Yes, sir. Teach, Dr. Wesley.
in this.
Teach, brother.
Yes, sir.
Teach.
You and I are complicit on at least two levels.
Teach.
This man right here, he told us what it was.
Yes, sir.
Made it so plain.
He told us that he is our open enemy.
Yes, he did. Yes.
That's it.
But we ducked that reality. We dodged that reality. We ran from that reality.
Yes.
We desired Elijah to be wrong.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
And we lived our life
Teach, man.
as if Elijah was wrong, and despite the fact that our open enemy continuously vindicates Elijah,
That's right.
we continue ducking and dodging at our peril.
Right.
That's right, sir.
Make it plain, brother. Make it plain.
We want justice
Come on.
in America.
What?
Let's see what justice
Come on. Go to that back.
looks like.
All right.
Go to that back page. Go to that back page.
We want our people in America whose parents or grandparents were descendants from slaves to be allowed to establish a separate state or territory of their own,
Yes, sir.
either on this continent or elsewhere. We believe that our former slave masters are obligated to provide such land, and that the area must be fertile and minerally rich. We believe that our former slave masters are obligated to maintain and supply our needs in this separate territory for the next 20 to 25 years until we are able to produce and supply our own needs. Justice comes only with separation.
Separation.
Separation is not an option.
That's
Separation is the only solution. The problem of justice. We will never get justice in the courts of our open enemy. So we are complicit
teach, Dr. Wesley.
because we refuse to recognize the time and what must be done.
That's right.
The time is the time of the full
Come
disclosure
on.
of Satan.
That's right.
The time is the time to show the world that Satan has never been a spook.
That's right.
That Satan has always been a man and a woman.
That's right. That's exactly right.
That Satan has always been a humanoid, not a human, human-like,
Come on.
within whom there is no soul.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Cold.
The most honorable Elijah Muhammad said, you cannot fathom the death of Satan. Can you imagine a young boy being killed? And you a lawyer defending the killer, and you celebrate after a good day in court with eating ice cream with your family. But we are complicit in another way. See, if we don't value black life, how dare we expect our open-ended to value black life? If we don't value black life, our sister, Hadia Pendleton, a beautiful young lady in Chicago, gunned down by us. And the fact of the matter is, there are more Hadia Pendletons
Right.
than Trayvon.
Yes.
Back to the matter. Go ahead. Back to
Jonela Watkins, a 6-month-old baby. Her daddy was changing a diaper. After he finished, he lifted her up to kiss her. And then bullets rang out. Why did bullets ring out? Supposedly because a PlayStation was stolen. A game and some drugs was stolen. And that was an offense that we couldn't let go. You know, we like our video games, don't we? I don't.
That's right.
But we like our video games, don't we? We 40 years old. Every chance we get to that PlayStation. So it's not a surprise that some of us are capable of taking the life of a black girl over a damn game.
All right.
Go ahead, brother.
Talk back.
But there are many Jonila Watkins.
Yes, sir.
There are many Hadia Pendletons. The death of Trayvon Martin hurts
Yes, sir.
deeply. And the death of Hadia Pendleton hurts deeply. We want justice. I read on the internet. We want to protest. Well, we want to boycott Florida. Okay. But as we boycott Skittles and as we boycott Arizona tea, boycott the rappers who daily pump a message back to young
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
that it's okay to kill your brother.
Right.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. Go
Our music devalues black life. And this is why our culture devalues black life. Protest
Protest that.
That's right.
Florida. But protest us.
Yes, sir.
We don't value
That's right.
black life.
ahead. All right. All right.
We are, as a community, the personification of the definition of insanity.
All right. Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. True.
We have never gotten justice in the courts of our open enemy. Yet we continue looking toward the hills for our justice.
Right. Right.
And Booker T. Washington said, cast down your buckets where you stand.
Right.
Justice was available to us for 80 years. But we refuse to cast down our buckets where we stand. We keep looking at the hills. We keep looking at our open enemy as if he's not our enemy or as if he's not open.
Right. That's what it is, brother.
Good word, brother.
See, Dr. Wesley. See.
We are culpable.
Yes, sir.
The times are illuminating
Yes.
the relevance of the Honorable Brother Minister Louis Farrakhan's message. They are illuminating the time and what must be done. But what must be done? See, many are angry. Some of y'all posturing with guns. You say you want justice, and you are right to want justice. But how are you going to get justice? You got a gun, you think you gangster.
No feeling.
The problem is clear, and the solution is clear.
Yes, sir.
You want justice? I believe, I worship a God of justice.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Let me clarify that.
Say it again.
The God of justice of whom I speak,
Yes, sir.
Yes.
the God of justice that I worship,
Yes.
is a man of justice.
Yes,
Yes.
Human being.
For God is a man.
Yes.
Right.
And if he's a God of justice, then he is a man of justice.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So when I say justice, I mean justice. Thomas Jefferson fretted when he reflected on the fact that he trembled for his country,
Yes.
this country, the country that spoke loudly last night. Thomas Jefferson trembled for his country when he reflected on the fact that God is a just God,
Yes.
and his justice will not sleep forever. He has every reason to trust.
That's right.
The God of justice is a man of justice.
Go ahead, brother.
And let me be a little more clear. The God of justice is not just a man of justice. The God of justice is men of justice.
All right.
Right.
This is why this book, the Holy Quran, God says, weep not know. When justice is delivered, it's we doing the justice, delivering the justice, executing the justice. See, to my Christian family, the God of the Bible, the God of this book, his name is Elohim. But Elohim is a Hebrew word. It doesn't mean God. It means gods. Plural.
Go ahead, brother.
The God of justice is the gods of justice.
Go ahead.
And the gods of justice are men of justice. I worship a God of justice. I bear witness to the gods of justice.
Yes, sir.
You want justice? You need to join the FOI.
Yes.
It's real clear. Your posturing with guns, untrained, will only get you killed. It won't get you justice, it'll get you murdered.
All right.
Speak the
But if you want justice,
All men and boys. That's it.
you gangster,
Yes, sir.
but you ain't RBG.
That's right.
We RBG. We righteous but gangster. See, if you are gangster but not righteous,
That's right.
then you will be the cause of your own demise as you pursue justice.
All right. Go ahead.
Wake us up.
But the God of justice said, make all men and boys join
That's right.
the FOI. See,
That's what he said.
while you are posturing with guns, we are training.
That's right.
See, Marissa Alexander was battered. And for shooting off a bullet to scare away her battle. The court says she was wrong for defending herself. But that's your obligation.
Go ahead, man.
It's not her obligation
Go ahead.
to defend herself. See, the excuses that we have used to avoid Muhammad.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's right.
Excuses.
The consequences are being illuminated day by day. If you really gangster, if you really mad, if you really want justice, join the FOI. The military training of men who belong to Islam
All right.
in North America.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, go ahead.
You're not capable
Go ahead. Teach, brother.
of protecting your sister.
That's right.
You are not capable of protecting your son.
Right. That's right.
Go ahead.
Not without Elijah,
All right.
not without Farrakhan.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro. That's our prerequisite.
You're not a soldier
That's right.
if you're not in the army of the God of justice.
All right.
That's right.
You're a liability,
That's right.
posturing with weapons on television.
That's right.
Come and get trained.
Yes, sir.
Trained to protect the community against external threats and internal threats.
That's right.
Training we need. Come on.
The time and what must be done.
Go ahead, brother.
See, if justice is to be executed, if you don't have a proper evaluation of black life yourself, see, vigilanteism is not justice. Justice is available to us, but we keep ducking and dodging the inevitable. We still want to believe that one day the children of our former slave masters will wake up and think differently about us.
Come on.
We still believe that one day
Right. That's right.
I agree.
their human soul will be quickened and they will love us. And that critical error is the presumption that there is a human soul
That's right.
dwelling there.
Critical.
Cold blood.
Our brother Dr. Jeremiah Wright Thursday enlightened us well, did he not?
Yes, sir.
He shared with us how the indigenous people in Hawaii refer to whites as those who have no soul. Those the indigenous people. They don't have the educational trappings of America. But they were profoundly wise. They knew and know what it was the Honorable Brother Minister Louis Farrakhan is exposing the lie and the light.
Yes.
You want justice? There is no justice short of separation.
That's right. That's right.
There is no justice short of separation. You want your sons to stop being murdered? Join the FOI.
Yes.
This is the army of justice.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is the army, but these are the soldiers
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
in the
sir.
army of the God of justice.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Go ahead, brother. Teach, man.
See, at the In Bluff Conference, the National Black United Front Conference, which is one of the reasons I'm here in Dallas.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The issue of reparations
Teach.
was discussed. Reparations for the 400 plus years of chattel slavery that simultaneously enriched America and destroyed black people.
Simultaneously. Go ahead, brother.
There is a national discussion over reparations.
Yes.
As the Germans were made to pay reparations to
Yes,
Jews
sir. Right.
for their crimes against humanity. As Japanese received reparations for their unjust and inhumane internment
Right.
by the U.S. government, as some of our Native American family have received reparations. There is a national discussion on reparations to the sons and daughters of former slaves.
Yes.
Teach. Come on.
That is a just cause. It is a just proposition. Justice would demand that reparations are paid to the sons and daughters of the African Holocaust. But there we go again.
Come on. Keep it real. Keep it real.
Believing that this country is capable
Right. Have the soldiers.
of doing justice by us.
Here we go again.
Now, I don't suggest that the efforts are futile. I am suggesting this, though.
Teach. Teach.
Discussion about reparations that is not prefaced by
Practice. Go ahead.
a discussion about repairing
Go ahead, Dr. Wesley. Go ahead.
the black man and woman is an irresponsible discussion.
Yes.
See,
Practice it. Yeah.
That's right.
Good point, brother.
the Holocaust of enslavement totally destroyed the black man and woman at a soul level.
Yes, sir.
American slavery was the crucible within which this people were born. And so there was some haggling at the Bluff conference over what to call us. African American. American African, it was suggested.
Come on.
To entertain either one indicates a total lack of understanding of who you are and how we became who and what we are. See, a Nigerian who travels to America to go to school, that's an African in America.
Right.
It's often bandied about Malcolm X's analogy that if you put a kitten in the oven,
Right.
that doesn't make them biscuit.
Come on.
Yes, sir.
True.
Yes, sir.
But if when you put that kitten in the oven and you turn it on to its highest temperature, and that kitten stays in the oven at maximum temperature for 400 years, if it survives,
Good announcement.
it won't be a biscuit, but it won't be a kitten anymore.
Good point.
You have to coin a totally new nomenclature for it. You're dealing with a peculiar being, and this is a peculiar being made peculiar by the peculiar institution of American slavery.
Yes.
We have psychoses, we have cultural, psychological pathologies that no people on this planet have, because no people on this planet has been born in the crucible of American slavery.
Good teaching.
So, reparations that does not involve repair ultimately is an exercise in futility. And see, that's what we do.
All right.
That's what we do. That's what we do. Go ahead, Dr. Wesley. Good teaching. That's our
As my brother, Captain Dennis Muhammad, Captain Emeritus Muhammad,
Yes, sir.
says, we are repair men.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
We repair men, and only repaired men and women truly qualify for reparations. See, the government does have obligation.
That's right. Yes, it does.
Our greatest need is not just money. We need money to support the 3-year economic blueprint that was introduced to us by the Honorable Brother, or reintroduced to us by the Honorable Brother Minister Louis Farrakhan, but keep it 100. More than money, we need therapy. See, we suffer. We are plagued daily. Every aspect of our community, educated or uneducated, Muslim, Christian, we all suffer to varying degrees, but we all suffer from the dose of slavery. Dr. Naeem Akbar said it right. when he spoke of the chains and images of psychological enslavement. See,
Yes, sir.
brother, with all your baby mamas,
Come on.
you think you got all those baby mamas and happy about it and
Right.
feel no sense of consciousness about it
Right.
because you a pimp.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
No, you got all those baby mamas and feel no sense of consciousness about it
Yes, sir.
because you a stud.
Yes, sir. Right.
A stud in a technical sense.
Right.
You still suffer
That's right.
from the slave master using a black man as a stud
Yes.
to go up into slave women to produce babies. And so for hundreds of years, we were made to go up into our women, produce babies for more chattel slaves for this system. And we had no responsibility for this.
That's right.
You do that not because you're a pimp, you do that because you still suffer from the demons of slavery.
Yes.
We have a culture of violence.
Yes, sir. We.
The violence on the streets of Chicago is an outgrowth of the violence in the home.
Yes.
How we raise our children. Now, I spank my children. Don't
Right.
get it twisted.
Yes, sir.
But there's a difference between a disciplinary whooping and a type of abuse that we are inclined to. Not just physical, if we can cuss
Yes, sir.
like sailors at a 4-year-old child, that's a culture of violence. And where does this culture of violence come from? Because we were born in the crucible of American slavery.
Right.
The culture of violence was induced in us, and we are still, our community is still plagued, still haunted by that ghost of slavery.
Yes.
Teaching.
There is no people on the planet like us, because there's no people who were born in the very crucible in which we were born.
Yes.
Right.
And so to suggest that we are simply Africans in America, you misunderstand.
Go ahead.
And this is why, my dear Muslim family,
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you offering me a universal Islam, but I'm sorry, I must reject that.
All
Go
right.
ahead. Go ahead. Not like it is.
I must reject a truly universal Islam. See, in Islam, that would do the same thing
That's right.
for me
That's right.
that it would do for a Nigerian or Pakistani or Bosnian.
Come on, man. Wake us up before we
Then that means it's an Islam that won't serve my needs.
Come on.
If I had one prescription, if I came here today with some pills in my pocket, enough pills for every brother on this side. There's only one prescription. Every brother on this side is suffering from some ailment, mental or physical.
Everyone.
Please, Dr. Wesley.
But some of them not going to be affected by my pills.
That's right.
Because it's not prescribed for them.
That's right. Yes, sir.
If the pills I pass out have the same effect on everyone, that means it's a placebo.
All right. That's right.
That means it has no medicine in it.
Teaching the placebo syndrome.
Go ahead, make them.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad's Islam was and is medicinal.
Yes, it is.
It was and is a prescription for the peculiar pathologies of this peculiar people. Pakistanis don't have our pathologies.
Yes.
So they don't need our medication.
That's right.
Now there's a universal aspect to all truth. And those universal principles we can stand upon together and worship together. That's as true for a Christian family as it is a Muslim family.
Yes, sir. Yes,
But
sir.
don't invite me to trade this peculiar Islam for a universal Islam. The prescription is still needed because the patient still suffers.
Still.
And so, the value of this army is going to repair you
Yes,
and
sir.
me
Yes,
first.
That's first.
That's right.
First.
It's going to repair us, train us, and then we got the backing of God when the day to execute justice is upon us.
Yes.
Right.
If you really seek justice in America, send your boys to the FOI.
All right. Go ahead.
Every boy in your family, send them to the FOI.
We want justice.
There is no.
That's right.
See, and this is why they say imitation is the highest form of flattery.
Yes. Yes.
And so I see many in the community. See, churches, the patterns, they're brothers after the FOI. I'm flattered, we're flattered. Appreciate that.
Right.
See, nationalists, communities,
That's right.
patterning their military structure off of ours.
Yes, sir.
You got a supreme captain now. I can respect that. I appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But you missing the point.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Right.
Go ahead. Make it clear.
Misunderstanding.
The success of this military unit results less from our training
That's right.
than from our conviction.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
The training is good,
That's right.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
but the training is built upon the Islam that we stand on.
Yes.
Because we are not just soldiers, we are men being repaired.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And if you aren't being repaired, then likely it's an army of niggas, not soldiers. And I'm sorry. I get soldiers with niggas. Let's be real clear. Don't get your boxers in the bunch. Act like you don't know what a nigga is. A nigga is what a nigga does. And God is what a God does. The nigga is what white supremacy created after after destroying the black man and woman, the sons and daughters of God, and then remaking us in his image and likeness. The nigger is the Frankenstein of white supremacy, of American white supremacy. And so, I'm not trying to soldier with niggas.
That's right.
Now, we all were born in sin, shaped in iniquity, and colored by niggerdom. We all come up out of niggerdom. We have everyone in here has that nigger dirt on us. But the difference is, damn it, we're in the bathtub. We scrubbing. Get it off.
Go ahead, bro. Tell it like it is.
And so, fall in, black man.
That's right. Fall down.
Get in a bathtub.
That's right. That's right.
If you really want justice,
That's right.
do what's right. Fall in.
That's right.
Send your son, send your nephew.
That's right.
Because you need to be repaired first.
Yes, sir.
Need to be repaired.
That's right.
You and I are sick.
Yes.
Sick.
Sick.
Suffer from multiple psychoses.
Yes.
Slavery-induced psychosis.
Yes.
That's right.
You don't respect your woman. Why you think the white world will respect her?
That's
right. That's right.
Now, gotta drive this point home. We want to protest Florida. When our brother Biggie Smalls,
right.
in his record, What's Beef,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
bragged about having people who rode with him so gutter that he takes little boys, sodomizes them, and throws them over the bridge. And you wonder why black faces aren't shown on national Amber Alerts. When our black children go missing, national resources aren't marshaled.
That's right.
Why should they care more about our babies than we do? We should have protested.
Yes, sir.
Bad boy.
Right.
Yes, sir.
People, all of that. Right. Protest.
When Jay-Z and Nas had their beef,
Come on with it. People like.
and Cameron added in.
Come on.
He said, he suggested kidnapping Nas's daughter and giving her to R. Kelly. At the time, R. Kelly going through
That's right.
the trial, and there's the popular perception, I don't know, and I don't support it, it just is what it was. It's a popular perception that he was a pedophile.
Right.
And the point of that lyric was I'm willing to kidnap a black girl and feed her to a pedophile.
Right.
We didn't protest that. See, we are culpable.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
How dare we want the world to value black life more than we value black life? It's a definition of insanity. But see, we value black life.
Yes, sir.
We value it enough to demand that you come and not be the same.
That's right.
I know that's your hang up. You want to come. You see us. You recognize our swag. You know what it is. You want to come, but you want to come as is. You don't like the fact that we want to allow you to come as is. But that's because we value black life.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Dr.
We value it enough to demand that coming here is the beginning of a journey from niggerdom to godhood. We refuse to allow us to stay in the condition that we are. See, the life of a nigga and the life of a god aren't the same thing. The reason they can shoot us down with impunity and no consciousness, because they still have, in their mind, they're shooting down the Frankenstein they created. See, because ultimately a Frankenstein must be destroyed by his creator.
Because he's a monster.
Teach.
He's a monster.
Teach.
You can't let him loose.
But I promise you, the brothers can bear witness.
Yes, sir.
Even they value the life of a God differently.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
All right. Come on now.
That's right.
Yes, sir. They do. They do.
The life of a black man in godhood training,
Come on.
it has a different value in American society. Take it or let it alone.
Make it
Take it or leave it.
America values the life of a black man in black man in godhood training
Come on.
differently.
Yes, sir.
That's
right.
So if you want justice, send your sons to the military training of men who belong to Islam
Yes.
in North America. If you are really angry, if you really want justice,
Come on.
Come on.
then fall in.
Fall in.
Help Farrakhan.
Right.
Help Farrakhan expose Satan and raise the dead. Later for all of your ideological hang-ups.
Come on now. Teach you, Dr. Teach you.
Repair men
Come on.
then and only then will true justice
Then.
be in our grasp.
Yes, sir.
But short of, see, the Bible says, vengeance is mine,
Right.
Yes.
Right.
saith the Lord.
Yes.
The Lord isn't a spook.
That's
The Lord is a man, the Lord is men. God. If you're really mad, you really want justice, join the FOI.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Get repaired, get trained,
Yes, sir.
and stand with Farrakhan, and then justice will come.
Yes, sir.
Not just for Trayvon Martin, but justice will come for Hadia Pendleton. The family of Hadia Pendleton is deserving of justice as much as the family of Trayvon Martin.
Yes.
And it is our obligation to do what we can to secure justice for both. But you gotta fall in.
That's right.
Marissa Alexander is serving time because we failed her.
That's right.
That's right.
She should not have had to shoot a gun in her own defense.
Yes, sir.
We failed her.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. That's right.
So fall in. The ranks of God's army must swell.
Yes.
The ranks of God's army must swell.
That's right.
So I'm calling you out.
Right. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Dr. Wesley.
Allahu Akbar.
Those of you brothers who are here
Right. First time.
for your first time, I don't know why you came. I'm thankful that you did. We are thankful that you are here. But did you come to hear something good? Go back. See, the time and what must be done, the time is you're either a part of the solution or you're part of the problem. If you are not actively a part of the solution, then passively you are part of the problem. And so I'm putting you family on the spot.
Right.
If you want justice, fall in.
Yes, sir.
If you think it's time for justice for the black man and woman in America, fall in. We don't do entertainment.
That's right.
We don't do entertainment. And we don't, you may have heard your brother, Dr. Wesley Muhammad. Maybe you came because you heard your brother was here. And you thought, I was going to drop something deep. You wanted to learn something deep.
Yeah, that's right.
For what? To do what with?
Right. Teach real. Keep it real, bro.
Don't come to me for intellectual. But I had another word, but I'm not going to say that one. I don't want you to come hear me
Right.
to just intellectualize.
Yes.
Right. It's not about that.
Our people are dying.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And I'm calling you
Yes, sir.
to fall in.
Yes, sir.
I'm not calling you to be a member of my group.
Come on. Come on.
I'm calling you to get repaired.
That's right.
I'm calling you to get repaired. I'm inviting you to begin the process of being God.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Begin the process of being God because, which in effect is I'm inviting you and us to begin the process of being men. Man is God.
That's right. Right.
If you're not on the path of godhood, you haven't started on the journey of manhood yet.
All right now. Go ahead.
I know you woke up this morning thinking you a man. That's because you don't know what a man is.
That's right.
Man is God.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The God of this book, the Bible. God is explicitly called a man, Ish, Gibor. Jesus called his father Anthropos, man. If you're not a God, you're not a man. And we are not yet men, but we are in a manhood training course. I'm not inviting you to join me in my organization.
That's right.
Right.
I'm inviting you to be a part of the solution.
Yes, sir.
All right.
And stop being a part of the problem, either actively or passively.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Come on. Come on.
Come get repaired. Come get repaired. Come get de-niggified. This is a de-niggification program, 12 steps. 12 steps de-niggification program. The time and what must be done. Assalamu alaikum. Before us, our brother, Student Minister Jeffrey. To whom much is given, much is required.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
How many are here for their first, second, or third time?
Raise your hand, brother.
I personally, Brother Student Minister, Brother Jeffrey Muhammad, and the laborers here at Muhammad Mosque number 48, Dallas, Texas, we are honored and humbled
That's right. That's right.
by your presence today.
Yes, sir.
This is a good crowd. You could have been elsewhere, but you are with us. We are thankful. We don't take your presence here for granted. You know, time is that which, once it's spent, we can never get it back. You have given us of your time, and we are truly thankful and honored. Those of you who are here for your first time, keep it real with your brother.
He's real.
How many believe that what you heard is the truth and good for black people? Really? You believe what you heard?
Yes, sir.
And good for black people?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Salute.
Praise belongs to Allah.
That's right.
Well, be that as it may, how many of you who are here for your first, second, or third time and believe that what you have heard today is true and is good for black people? How many of you who are here for your first, second, and third time are interested in being part of the solution and not being part of the problem, either actively or passively? How many in here fit that category? How many in here would like to be a part of the solution and not a part of the problem? Maybe I'm being a little ambiguous. Let me be. I don't want to be charged with
Come on, bro. Come on,
Say it plain.
manipulating you with word. How many who believe that what you heard is true and good for black people will accept my invitation to come stand with me, stand with us, stand with Farrakhan to raise our people? Amen. We don't bite. I see hands fall on in. We don't bite. It's hard, but it's worth it. It's hard, but it's worth
Give them another round of applause.